Tesda pastry making Tayug on October 4, 2021, day 1 of our classes in pastry making with the supervision of Mrs. Melly Dio Gracious. As usual, on the first day we introduced ourselves one by one so that we would get familiar with each other. Mrs. Melly oriented us first with the tools and equipment in baking, as well as the do's and don'ts in using the tools and equipment, and emphasizing that after using it we should leave the room clean and safe by turning off all the equipment like the oven, gas range, and mixers after using them. And also to wear our face mask, face shield, hairnet and apron at all times for safety protocol in baking. On our second day, we were instructed to have a meeting online via Zoom. We enrolled in an online course performing solid waste management in the workplace and practicing COVID-19 preventing measures in the workplace. We learned the importance of proper waste management, as well as the ways to prevent the spread of COVID-19. We received our certificate of completion after passing the online test. On the third, we had our first-hand experience in baking. We learned how to bake the lemon pie meringue. Before that, we first made the single crust and then the lemon filling and meringue for the topping. Recipe as well as the measurements were instructed to us by Mrs. Melly. On the fourth day, we made tarts with nuts. We first made the crust for the tart, similar recipe with the pie crust. And then we mold the crust one by one using the tart molder. Next we cooked the filling before putting it in the oven. Mrs. Melly told us to preheat the oven first before we put anything in the oven. Why? For some reason the crust either overcooked that led to burn or undercooked. On the fifth day, it was time to make a chiffon cake. First we made the chiffon. Second is the boiled icing. We use an electric mixer for the chiffon and icing. We mixed all the ingredients by following Mrs. Melly's instructions. We made ourselves a not-so-perfect but delicious chiffon cake. On the sixth day, we decided to bake a chiffon cake again because why not? We learned from our little mistakes in the first try. This time we made an effort to decorate our cake and wrote a message, "Thanks Tesda" with heart. The cake was better than the first one, of course. LOL. On the last day of our baking session, we tried to make a buko pie. We learned how to make buko pie with double crust. Procedure is similar to making a lemon pie, only the filling is different. Making buko pie is a bit time-consuming, but believe me, it is worth it. Recipe as well as the measurements were instructed to us by Mrs. Melly. We would like to thank the following people for their support and contribution for this wonderful project.